Yo guys, it's Slyroh. You already know that today I'm bringing you guys my team analysis video for week 3 of season 4 of Division 1 of the Pokemon Premier League. This week we are taking on Under the Radar, also known as Kelly, and his Maryland Torterrapins. Now, before we get into the video, you see something on your screen that you might not have seen the past 2 weeks. So let's go ahead, before we get into this video, let's talk about the fact that I made a transfer. Alright, transfers can be made at any time during the season. However, coincidentally, I made it after the second week, which in past seasons has been the first transfer window, so whatever. I decided to drop Cresselia and Spinarak, RIP Spinarak, but don't worry, I picked up Reuniclus and Ariados. So, Spinarak is still there in a way, it just evolved into an Ariados, and we have Reuniclus instead of Cresselia. This may not seem like a big change to our team, but I really think this is going to help out a lot. Mostly because Sam, first week, kind of exposed my weakness that I didn't realize I had, which was a lack of a Scald switch-in. And Reuniclus really does that well with Magic Guard, or Regenerator. Magic Guard, so it doesn't matter, it doesn't mind if it gets burned, and Regenerator can just heal back burn damage and stuff like that. So that's the main reason I got Reuniclus. It's also more offensive, which I think suits my team and my playstyle a little bit better. Yeah, I don't know, it just packs more of a punch, and I think I can still use it in a pretty good defensive role. So that is why I made that, and I just got Ariados because I had the extra million to get it, and I mean, it's going to do the same thing Spinarak does, so just, you know, maybe you can actually live a hit or something, I don't know, we'll see. So that is the transfers that I made to the team, and yeah, so we are coming off of a win against Paul last week. Very, very good game, and I'm hoping to have another great game this week. We had a fantastic game against Kelly last season in the PPL, and I'm really hoping for another one. He did beat us 1-0 last season, so we have a little bit to prove here, and yeah, he has got quite the team. Last week I did forget to kind of update any sort of league standings or MVP race or whatever, any of that stuff, and usually I will try to do that. This week I don't have any official pictures or anything to give you because the matches have been behind because of some IRL stuff from some other coaches. Therefore, all the battles from last week have not been completed. But as they happen and as this week's battles, you know, whatever, as soon as things are up to date when I do the recording for my team builder, I will be able to update you guys. But basically, we are 1-1 overall. We are not in the bottom 3, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, and as far as our Pokemon, Togekiss and Tyranitar both have 3 kills over the first 2 games. So that is who has the most kills. I think that basically covers everything. So let's talk about Kelly's team. All right, Kelly. He has the Rain team, but it's not just a Rain team, it's just a scary team. He has a Mega Scizor, Tornadus, Therian, Nidoking, Raikou, Celebi, Kingdra, Politoed with Drizzle, Kabutops, Miltank, Togetic, and Machoke. This is stupid, spooky, and because of that team, and because of how good of a player Kelly is, he has gotten off to a fantastic start this season, and we need to try and slow him down. So, okay, we'll see about that. Also, let me go ahead and do that because its nickname was something else up here. I decided to change the nickname because it's better. So, first mon that we are bringing is Reuniclus because he has a very scary Kingdra. So this is especially defensive leftovers Regenerator Reuniclus. With Calm Mind, Recover, Psychic, Signal Beam. Not much wants to deal with this outside of the Mega Scizor. And that is actually about it. This also works as a Nidoking switch-in, and essentially Kelly just has a lot of special attackers. So yeah, some Calm Minds would be really nice. This also can just switch into like a Life Orb Kingdra or a Specs Kingdra, like, you know, Draco isn't going to Intuit Kiyomi. Hydro Pump, I don't think Intuit Kiyomi. If it Specs, it might. But anything else shouldn't. So, Reuniclus is really good with that, and because I wanted to be able to switch into Kingdra continuously, or just be a special switch in continuously. Say if I need to continuously switch into Raikou because I'm not bringing Steelix this week, he doesn't see a ground type and he just wants to Volt Switch all over the place, I can keep sending in Reuniclus, switch out, get my health back, and keep doing it over and over. Like I said, this also works as a Nidoking switch in, and he doesn't really have a lot of knockoff on his team, so I should be able to keep leftovers on this Reuniclus for most of the game. So, like I said, Mega Scizor really deals with this. So I didn't really bother, I didn't really want to try and be like, oh, Cobra Berry, HP Fire, or whatever. Like, no, I'm just going to switch out because this doesn't really want to deal with Mega Scizor, like I said, and the rest of my team kind of does. I mean, offensively anyway. Defensively, it's kind of hard to switch into, but I do have plenty of ways to hurt it offensively, and for that reason, I don't know if he's going to bring it. So, we shall see. But yeah, if I can set up some Calm Minds, it's going to be really spooky. Fun fact, Kelly had Reuniclus last season, and he used it to help destroy us. I'm pretty sure this is the one Pokemon that survived, actually, if I'm not mistaken. And now it's time for us to use it to destroy him. Next mono we are bringing is going to be Nike the Victini with a Choice Scarfed, V-Create U-Turn, Bolt Strike, Zen, Headbutt, Max Attack, Adamant, enough speed to outspeed probably like a max speed Tornadus T. I think that's what it is. Or Scarfed Nidoking. I think that's also it. Because to outspeed a max speed Tornadus T, I needed like no speed investment, and I just wanted to make sure that I was like out creeping any potential Scarfers. And I mean, Nidoking could be a Scarfer, so you know, whatever. I'll just outpace that. He doesn't have a lot. It's weird. It's weird. He does have like a decent amount of stuff to do with Victini, but at the same time, he doesn't want to like switch into things too much, especially if I'm getting the predictions right. U-Turn is really going to help for momentum. V-Create is like really good against most of his team. Obviously not like Kingdra or like Politoed, I guess, but everything else doesn't really want to be taking V-Creates. Yeah, Bolt Strike is really good though for the ones that can. Bolt Strike is also a guaranteed OHKO on an offensive Tornadus T, I'm pretty sure. Actually it might even be like a max, I don't know. I think even with some HP investment, I'm pretty sure Bolt Strike is still a guaranteed OHKO. Zen Headbutt, I just didn't really need a fourth move, so I mean I just threw it on there. It might do a slight bit more to Milt. No, I don't think so. I don't know. Miltank is probably the best answer to Victini, one of the best ones that there is. However, I mean, for a mostly defensive Miltank, V-Create still does like 35%. So that's a decent amount of damage if I can get it like toxic. It's like status in some way, maybe some hazards up. Miltank just becomes not as much of a switch in. So Victini is going to be there for momentum and just for hurting. Probably later in the game because he definitely has some ways to switch into it early on. So we'll see how we deal with that. Now, Tentacruel gets to show up for the first week of this season. I'm going to bring an Assault Vest Tentacruel with the Rain Dish ability because Kelly does have Rain, and the Rain Dish will let me heal up some health per turn. Scald, Giga Drain, Mirror Coat, Rapid Spin. So there we go, I'm bringing my Rapid Spinner. How about that? And basically, like I said, Kelly does have a lot of special attackers, and Tentacruel can deal with them. It can also switch into Kingdra, like once, and can also take, I'm pretty sure, like a Specs Thunderbolt from Raikou. So, and then hit something back with Mirror Coat. That's obviously at full health, which probably won't happen when Raikou comes in, and I'm sure he's going to scout for the Mirror Coat because Kelly knows about stuff like that. But I do have it just in case. Might not necessarily even need it for the Raikou. I could just use it for other mons too, such as the Kingdra or the Nidoking or the Tornadus. So we'll have to see, but I do think Tentacruel can put in some work. Scald Burns would not be good for him. He doesn't really have a lot of recovery. That's kind of a lie. He does on the things that matter, like his defensive core. He does have recovery. But any Scald Burns on any sort of offensive mons, if he wants to try and like check Tentacruel offensively, which I feel like would happen because Tentacruel isn't very scary offensively. So if I can get some Scald Burns, that'd be nice. Giga Drain, if I can, you know, if I can get like the Politoed or something on the switch in, or whatever, just a little bit of health back would help, go a long way. And Rapid Spin for hazards, so that's always fun. That's basically it. Yeah, we'll see how that works. Then we have a Jagged Edge, the Drudagon. Almost the same set as last week. It's physically defensive. I decided to go Leftovers instead of Rocky Helmet, though. Still Rough Skin. With the same idea, I feel like Recovery is a little bit better against Kelly's team rather than the extra bit of chip damage that Rocky Helmet gives. Because this is my Mega Scizor switch-in. It's the best I've got, and he's probably going to knock off my item anyway, so, you know, I'd rather at least attempt to get some health back before that happens. So we'll see. Fire Punch, obviously, for the Mega Scizor. Dragon Tail and Stealth Rock is a good combination, and Sucker Punch. Everything on this team is basically faster than Drudagon, so I do have Sucker Punch, Stealth Rock for residual damage, and all that good stuff. Togetic comes in on this every day of the week. Togetic actually is going to be annoying for my team, kind of like it was last season, so we're going to have to see about that, about how we play around that. Yeah, so that's Drudagon though. It's my Mega Scizor switch-in. Don't know that it does anything else. Not too much. I mean, I guess, like, I don't know. If Miltank's becoming too annoying, I can Dragon Tail that out. Sure. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it provides any other uses. If Mega Scizor doesn't show up, it could just be a damage sponge. So we'll see about that. But Rocks would be nice to get up. And Sucker Punch is good to have in the clutch if he starts getting too out of control with one of his scary mons. Next mon is going to be Lizzie the Tyranitar, double Scarf for the second straight week in a row. Yeah, I mean, I do have a slow team, and sometimes you have to do stuff like this to get around that. I am bringing the Sandstream again to counteract his rain. It's kind of weird. I have Rain Dish on Tentacruel to try and take advantage of it, and then this to get rid of it, so, you know, whatevs. But we got Stone Edge, Earthquake, Fire Punch, Crunch. Enough speed to outspeed, probably a max speed. Tornadus T, I made this team like a week ago, or like half a week ago. I don't remember. I want to say it's that, because I didn't outscarf anything, because, like, you know, can't. But, yeah, Stone Edge is good for said Tornadus T, as well as good stab damage. Earthquake for, like, the Raikou, the Nidoking, the Kabutops? Sure. Fire Punch for Mega Scizor. I think it's a guaranteed Oko, or pretty close to one. And Crunch, Celebi, and just another stab move. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot more that I needed, so it's there. But, yeah, so it's pretty much it. T-Tar has been pretty scary offensively for the past two teams that we've faced, and, it's pretty scary mon all around, and I'm really coming to like it, so hopefully it can put in lots of work this week too. And final mon, we are going to be bringing Danny the Rotom with Leftovers, Max HP, Max Special Attack, Modest, Will-O-Wisp, Thunderbolt, Pain Split, and Shadow Ball. While it would be cool to do kind of like a little Volt Turn core with, you know, Rotom and Victini, you know, meh. I just want the damage that Thunderbolt can bring, I suppose. Will-O-Wisp is good for residual damage, and this can switch in pretty safely to Miltank, because I feel like Miltank, you know, might try to like T-Wave or something, and even Toxic isn't like the worst thing. It would kind of suck, but I don't know. This is just like another way to deal with Miltank, because I don't have a lot of ways to deal with it offensively. This is to just get some chip damage and max special attack. Modest Thunderbolt, I want to say, is like really close to a 2-hit KO with the burn damage. Like with stealth rocks and everything like that, it would be a 2-hit KO easily. And if he like is a cursed Miltank, then he's not upping his special defense. So Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but if he's specially defensive, then it'll be a little bit harder to take him out. But then we do have phasing with Dragon Tail here. So, yeah, I had a hard time finding a 6th Mon. Togekiss doesn't really do a whole lot this week. As well as basically everything that didn't have a good matchup. Mega Steelix is just no for this game, not at all. Breloom, pretty much the same thing. And I mean, Glaceon and Ariados are very specific, you know, Pokemon that don't really work. I mean, Sticky Webs would be okay, but I mean, there's still a Tornado's T. I'm pretty sure Swiftstone Kingdra would still outspeed my whole team because my team's slow. So, you know, I'd rather just try and switch into it rather than outspeed it. But, yeah, hopefully Rotom can stay alive for a while and just pack punch. Shadow Ball is good for everything that's not Miltank. Because Ghost offense is cool. I think that basically sums up the team. That is why I brought everything I brought. Leave your thoughts, and I guess I will see you guys for the battle, which will be up tomorrow. And if I missed anything, you know, comments, all that good stuff, I will see you guys tomorrow. So, thanks for watching, and until the next time, guys, stay sly.